Hi guys, I'm making this video to demonstrate one of my major accomplishments during the past year. So this is about an internal software I have developed for my company. I'm working at Alliance Pharma, which is in the pharmaceutical industry. We have a lot of data to do, and this software is designed and developed to handle this huge amount of data. So in our company, we run biological samples in this instrument, and actually there is a computer configured and attached and receive the data from this instrument. And in the computer, the peak shape, the peak area will be calculated, and then the computer will return us a raw data file which will look like this. This is a text file, and you can see there's a lot of data. Before we have this software, we do manually copy and paste and make data tables in Excel sheets. So I just want to make some examples here like this. So this is the data table we want to make, and we have to make sure that all the raw data we copy and pasted here are accurate. All the calculations here are accurate, and all this font size, font style, table format, or even the border style has to be correct, because in the pharmaceutical industry everything is regulated. And you can see for different data types, for different data tables, we have different rules applied. So for precision accuracy of quality control data table, we have to do calculations for each batch of data. You can see for mean value and standard deviation, we want to keep three significant figures, which is quite complicated because there is no built-in function in Excel to do that. And this is another data table tab, and in this data table we are required to keep scientific notation here. We have even more complicated data tables which will look like this. In this data table we're not using concentration, we're using the peak area. So that's a basic introduction of how we do data in our company, because we have to make sure everything is correct. So this data processing thing is really time consuming. So after, if you can look at these data tables, these are all the data tables we are required to make. So it's a lot of work. Usually when the analysts make this data table, the other analysts have to do peer review, and after that QC and QA will do a couple of rounds of double check. So based on my estimation, it usually takes around like 10 hours or even longer to make this data table ready to be sent out. Yeah. So I make this software. This is my local version. I'm using Eclipse to do this software. So every time when I need to do a change or update, I do the change or update on my own version, and then I build a jar file and run it. Of course, I need to do some update in my files, and then I run it here and make sure that all the functions are working well before I deploy it to our public server. Alright, let's log in. So this software is linked to our database. So when we logged in, the software can figure out if you're authorized to use this software, or our roles to use this software. So I go here, and then I need to submit a new a text file like this. I'm submitting batch 2. Alright, and then the software will do a preview for us. It will run through, like read through this file and check how many compounds we have here in total, and according to the sample name, it will tell what kind of tests are conducted in this batch. And then if I click this glasses icon, I can see how many tests are conducted, and I can pick whatever I want. Dilution, PAQC, sensitivity standard. I'm just using these 2 compounds as an example, where actually I want to pick all of them. Okay, and then I create spreadsheet. Usually this is very quick, but now I'm using VPN, and also my computer, I don't know why, but it's not performing very well, so it's a little bit slow. Usually it's 1 second job for it to do. And if you open this Excel, you will see the data was grabbed from the text file here. Because I only picked the first 2 compounds, so you can see anything for the other compounds there. It really depends on what you selected. So this is the parameter curve parameter data table, sorry. QC. So it will look like this. And then say now I have another batch done in the lab, and I have new data I want to import, and I want to combine this new data with the old data. So I submit this spreadsheet I made a couple of seconds ago, and also it will preview and tell you what's inside your existing spreadsheet. And then pick the spreadsheet, pick the text file you want to grab new data. And then you can do any compounds there, but I'm just maybe this time let me do the first and third compounds. And in this batch you can see there are different tests conducted here. So let's pick a really complicated one, a matrix effect data table, and PA maybe standard matrix effect, PA standard. Okay, and then I create. Yeah, this takes a little bit of time. So it doesn't matter which batch you submit. You can submit batch 5 first, and then batch 2. The software will do the sorting for you. So it will put batch 2 before batch 5. And besides that, it's okay if you wanna replace a batch. For example, after I submit batch 2 and batch 5 and batch 3, and then after a couple of batches I realized I did make some mistake on batch 2. It's fine. You can resubmit your batch 2 and click the replace button, and then all the data of batch 2 will be replaced. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay, after I picked compound 1 and the compound 3 in batch 2, batch 2 and batch 5 data are shown here. For compound 2, I only have batch 2 data, and for compound 3, I only have batch 5 data. And the other thing is, so you see the data are added up, and all these formulas are updated accordingly. It does the calculation for both of batch 2 and batch 5. The other thing I want to mention here is it's fine that you submit the data and you realize, oh, I shouldn't I shouldn't have done that. So you just select this batch and delete it and save it. The formulas are messed up here, but it doesn't matter. Next time the software will fix it by itself. Alright, so this is how my software works. Using this software, it takes less than 20 minutes to finish the whole study. So compared to more than 10 hours, 20 minutes I think it's pretty short. It's really worthwhile to try this software. So after watching this video, I hope that you can go to my LinkedIn profile and endorse my skill of Java, software development, and SQL. So these 3 skills are what I have learned and trained and and improved in this whole process of software development. You can also read through my LinkedIn profile, and there's some recommendations written by my colleagues, and they also mentioned something about this software development process. Alright, the last thing that I want to mention is don't go to the wrong profile page. I'm using my Chinese name here. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. I really tried to make it short, but it's really hard for me to get it. Yeah, right? See you.